Master Innovation Park. A math student conducted one of the talks titled "The Stories We Do Not Tell in Academia." What I liked best about her presentation is that, unlike some talks that were centered around problems, hers aimed to provide solutions. She spoke of the media focus on academics and how academic successes are given the vast majority of attention: grants, scholarships, awards, prizes, research completion. She stated that her concern was not the positive reinforcement attached to success, but rather the connotation that, in comparison, failure is unacceptable, and the added connotation that failure is valueless. She went on to share her feeling that this unspoken fear of failure, married to the growing pressures and stresses of higher education, funnels students into courses, career, and academic paths that are less challenging, because less challenging equals a higher likelihood of apparent success. Her solution, which was based off personal experience, was to increase the interactions between faculty and students on a more relatable level. She explained that when she happened to spend a half hour with a professor of hers and got to know him, she realized that he faces the same struggles and failures that she does, simply in a different field and on a different level. This knowledge helped her realize that failure and struggles are a big part of success. To encapsulate her talk, she compared the academic process to a story, claiming that the words were the struggles and the punctuations were the successes, and a story with only punctuation and no words does not make sense. She advocated more informal interactions between professors and students to help people embrace their fear of failure so that they might push themselves further, so they might push through their struggles and failures with the knowledge that success lies at the end. Now, on the surface, that sounds like a plan. There's a need, the source of the problem has been identified, and a possible solution put forward. What are we waiting for? In fact, someone in an engineering and social responsibility class might argue that this aligns perfectly with the social responsibility of a professor, and that the education framework needs to be engineered better to achieve its goals of widespread success and pushing the envelope of knowledge. Is there a catch? I would say so. Let me ask you a question. What is the continued benefit that a professor might see by these coffee shop interactions and extra informal time spent? A quick mental picture shows me an educator who is asked to donate his or her time to speak to individuals who require mental stimulation as opposed to providing it. It comes across as a one-way street in Benefit Town, and I don't see it as being sustainable. I think there is a better solution. In Darren Hardy's book, Living Your Best Year Ever, he explains that one of the biggest flaws of overachievers is that they set their goals based on lacks. I don't have a house, I don't have a car, I don't have money. Then they set out to get there. One way or another, their Mercedes-Benz doesn't look as nice as an Aston Martin, and that needs change. The accolades keep on mounting, and the journey never stops. So what is the sum of this experience? Satisfaction is at the end of the rainbow. You never end up getting exactly to your destination, and the entire journey is colored by wants and lacks and needs. Hardy explains that the same accolades can be acquired, but suggests coming from a place of abundance. I have an education, I have friends, and I have a job, but I'd like a house and a car and money. And as your haves evolve, you feel better about your current situation, but you still work towards your goals. It's the same journey, but it's colored by satisfaction, haves, and wins. These stories connect, because I believe that perspective change is far more powerful as a tool than holding someone's hand and guiding them through life. When I see the words in my story, it's my perspective that makes the difference. Every word, every struggle, every failure is a success to me. I see a failure as something not to do next time. I see a struggle as a workout that helps me grow. Every part of my story is a success. With this mindset, would anyone be afraid to move forward? Would they ever be afraid to push their boundaries and do the improbable, the incredible, the impossible? Before we turn externally to expand the boundaries of our world, maybe we should look inwards. Social responsibility begins with the responsibility to yourself. If you want to engineer solutions, I suggest we solve the problems that hold us back, that limit us as individuals in a social world, and then take this new winning attitude from which innovation and inspiring thoughts are born. Walk over to the coffee shops where our profs are waiting and make it worth their while. Thank you for your time.